Imagine this for a moment. You're sitting in a cozy cafe, holding your smartphone in your hand, surrounded by hundreds of people around you who are doing exactly the same thing, scrolling, tapping, swiping on their devices. Have you ever truly stopped to wonder what's happening inside your brain at that very moment? What changes are taking place in your mind as you constantly engage with your smartphone? How does this seemingly harmless habit affect your ability to think clearly, remember important information, and maintain focus throughout your day? Today, I'm going to dive deep into why this small device you carry everywhere is not just a convenient tool, but a powerful architect of your brain's structure and function, and why it's crucial to understand how it impacts you on a neurological level. Let's start with one of the main reasons we find ourselves so hooked on smartphones, the chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter in your brain that plays a central role in feelings of pleasure, reward, and motivation. Each time you receive a notification, get a new like on your post, or see a fresh message pop up, your brain releases a surge of dopamine. Think of it as a tiny gift or reward that encourages you to check your screen repeatedly, almost compulsively, chasing that feeling of instant gratification. But here's the tricky part. Your brain quickly adapts to these rapid hits of pleasure, leading you to crave even more frequent and intense stimuli. This phenomenon is known as the dopamine trap. Scientific research suggests that this pattern resembles addictive behavior. Even if you're not physically glued to your phone all day long, your brain has already become conditioned to expect constant dopamine spikes. As a result, this reduces your brain's capacity to enjoy more complex, meaningful, and long-lasting activities like deep conversations, creative thinking, or prolonged focus on challenging tasks. The effects of smartphone use extend beyond dopamine and motivation. They also influence how we use our memory. Neuroscientists have identified a phenomenon called external memory, which happens when we stop committing information to memory ourselves because we know we can always retrieve it easily from our phones. While this can make life more convenient, it also weakens our brain's ability to store and process information internally. Over time, relying too heavily on external memory can reduce mental agility and critical thinking skills. Furthermore, constant distractions from calls, notifications, and messages literally tear our attention apart. Studies conducted by scientists at Stanford University found that multitasking with smartphones significantly diminishes our ability to concentrate on a single task and engage in deep analytical thinking. Instead, we become surface thinkers who skim over information without fully understanding or retaining it. This fragmentation of attention leads to decreased productivity, increased errors, and feelings of mental exhaustion and burnout. Smartphones and social media platforms also encourage what psychologists call clip thinking, a habit of perceiving information as short, disconnected fragments or clips. On one hand, this allows us to quickly consume news, videos, and posts at a rapid pace, but on the other hand, it limits our ability to engage in sustained attention and deep comprehension. Instead of forming holistic and nuanced views, our brains get used to processing shallow bites of data, which can affect how we learn and remember. Scientific studies back this up. Research shows that constant scrolling and rapid switching between pieces of information reduce activity in the prefrontal cortex, the brain's region responsible for critical thinking, decision-making, and complex analysis. As a result, we stop thinking deeply and instead slip into a passive mode of consumption, superficially perceiving the world around us without reflection or insight. Let's look at some concrete data to understand the magnitude of this impact. In 2018, a study conducted at the University of Chicago revealed that even brief distractions caused by smartphones can reduce IQ scores by about 10 points, an effect comparable to losing a full night's sleep. Another study published in Nature Communications in 2020 found that multitasking with digital devices weakens the brain's white matter, the nerve fibers that connect different brain regions and influence the speed and efficiency of information processing. A comprehensive meta-study published in 2023 reviewed numerous scientific findings and confirmed that excessive smartphone use is linked to higher levels of anxiety, sleep disturbances, and cognitive decline in adults. These findings are not just theories or myths, they are backed by rigorous scientific research from leading institutions around the world. Beyond the immediate effects on dopamine, memory, and attention, it's important to recognize how smartphone use impacts other vital aspects of your brain and mental health. For example, excessive screen time can interfere with your sleep cycle. The blue light emitted by phone screens suppresses melatonin production, the hormone that regulates sleep-wake rhythms. Poor sleep, in turn, impairs memory consolidation, emotional regulation, and even immune function. So using your phone late at night may not only leave you feeling tired, but also reduce your brain's ability to function optimally the next day. Moreover, smartphones affect our social interactions and emotional well-being. While they connect us to others instantly, they can also create a paradoxical sense of loneliness and social isolation. Constantly checking social media for validation or comparison can trigger feelings of anxiety and inadequacy, especially if we focus on the highlight reels of others' lives rather than reality. This emotional strain puts additional stress on your brain, exhausting its resources and making it harder to cope with everyday challenges. It's also worth mentioning how smartphone use influences your brain's plasticity, its incredible ability to change and adapt. While plasticity is generally positive, allowing us to learn new skills and recover from injury, the brain can also rewire itself in ways that favor instant gratification and superficial engagement. This means the more you engage in short bursts of digital stimulation, the harder it becomes to engage in activities requiring patience, deep focus, or sustained effort. So, what else can you do to protect your brain and maximize the benefits of technology? First, customize your notifications. Turn off all unnecessary sounds, vibrations, and visual badges, leaving only the most critical alerts active. This simple action will reduce those constant tiny dopamine spikes that keep pulling your attention away and help you maintain focus on the tasks that matter. Second, make use of focus or do not disturb modes on your phone. Schedule specific periods during your day when you work or relax without any interruptions from your device. This creates dedicated windows for your brain to operate without distraction, boosting productivity and mental clarity. Third, practice regular digital detoxes. Set aside at least a few hours daily, or even better, one full day each week completely offline. Giving your brain a break from digital stimuli allows it to reboot, recover, and regain its ability to engage in deep, creative thinking and restful focus. Additionally, try replacing mindless scrolling with activities that actively nurture your brain, such as reading books, practicing meditation, or taking walks outdoors. These habits help strengthen memory retention, improve mood, and enhance overall cognitive health. Fourth, cultivate mindful phone habits. Before picking up your device, pause and ask yourself, why do I want to use it right now? Is it necessary, or am I just bored or stressed? This simple practice builds awareness and helps you avoid automatic, mindless scrolling. Fifth, design your environment to reduce temptation. Keep your phone out of reach during work or study sessions. Consider using apps that limit screen time or block distracting sites during focused periods. Sixth, balance digital interaction with real-world connection. Make intentional time to meet friends face-to-face, engage in meaningful conversations, and participate in activities that nourish your social brain. Finally, remember that technology is a tool, and like any tool, its impact depends on how you use it. Embrace the parts of smartphone use that enhance your life, staying informed, learning new skills, connecting with loved ones, but set boundaries to protect your mental and neurological health. Your brain is an amazing organ, capable of incredible feats of creativity, problem-solving, and emotional resilience. By understanding the influence of smartphones and taking proactive steps, you empower yourself to harness technology as a source of strength rather than distraction. Remember this, your brain is your most valuable resource and it deserves your care and protection. Nurture it, protect it, and it will reward you with improved health, mental clarity, and a flourishing creativity that can enrich every aspect of your life.